Who walks in in full Joker character? Not the suit or the paint, but he was, the Joker walked in. It wasn't Heath Ledger.
His mannerisms and everything?
I was helping him because I was the first one. My kiosk was right as you walked in the store. I wasn't helping anyone, so he came in. I was like, oh, you're mine. I knew he was. Quickly grabbed him and helped him. I sold him a couple stuff, sold him a couple camera, a couple of microphones and things of that nature. But man, I met the Joker. Welcome to another episode of the Out of the System podcast, the show where we interviewed those who broke the rules and won. My guest today is Nile Fortner. What's up, buddy? How are you?
I'm good. I'm so happy to be here, honestly. I saw my friend Tony Visions on the podcast. And
Great guy.
And I'm like, yeah, I got to be on this thing. This was amazing.
That's incredible. Where are you from?
I'm actually a native. I know when I tell people I'm a native to South Florida, they're like, oh, you must be some rare dinosaur fossil. But yeah, I'm born and raised in South Florida.
Where in South Florida?
Fort Lauderdale.
Fort Lauderdale. Okay.
Yeah. I've been here so long, I remember when the parking used to be free. Literally.
How'd you get started in what you do now?
Well, to make a very long story short, I've always been interested in writing and like comic books and characters. And I remember being in 8th grade and there was a girl in my class and she was handicapped. And she was very honest with me and she was like, hey, you know, like people talk to me this way and treat me this kind of way. And we just had to write in a school assignment on this, like, I guess it was a way for the teacher to like break the ice.
Right.
Like, just write about the person next to you. And I wrote about her and I got a good grade. And at the time there was a magazine right across the street from Piper High School. And I'm like, well, I'm walking home every day. I'm kind of doing the same shit every day. What happens if I just go to that plaza where they have the magazine and see what they think of my work?
Okay.
And honestly, they went with it, and I was like, oh my God. And I remember, like, I don't know what to do. Because they were like saying, like, fill out this form, you want to get paid. And I called my mom, I called my dad, and they were like...
They were literally giving you a job, your first job. How old were you?
This was 8th grade. This is 2000.
So you're like 13?
Maybe like 14 or so, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, and then they were like, yeah, do you want to do something else for us? Like, we can give you stories. And then I kind of took it seriously, but I was like, still being a kid, you know?
Right. I mean, you're 13, 14.
Yeah. So I'm like, once I get to high school, I'm really going to do this thing. So I'm like, I started writing for my school blog, and I remember my teacher's name, Mr. Conde. He's like, you're actually good at this. And I think that was like the first time someone told me, like, you know, you're actually good at something. You know,
Yeah.
you hear that from our mom, our dad, maybe
Right.
a neighbor, but when
Right.
someone else is telling you that, it just hits home a lot more.
It hits different, yeah, 100%.
And that's when I'm like, let's fucking go. Let's do it. Let's go for it.
That's great.
And then I just became a writer, and then I'm like, I just started journalism, doing local news, and then I started like hitting up all these different publications, and surprisingly, they all wanted to work with me and see what I had to offer.
Who do you work for now?
Well, honestly, I work for myself. I
Right.
do Our South Florida and Los Olas Insider, but I still work with some other publications like the Miami New Times, Broward Arts, the New Pelican newspaper, and I actually used to work like with Sun Sentinel and all these other publications.
That's incredible.
Yeah, and it all started just from saying, if I'm good enough for one person, what happens if I expand to 2 or 3 other people?
Right.
And you never know what'll happen from that.
How many articles are you writing per week, per month? How does that work?
Literally something every day.
Every day.
Yeah, I literally just published something on my site this morning. And then tomorrow I'm doing something for Broward Arts. And then earlier I did some interviews. Later this week I got some interviews too. So
Do you write the day of? Like meaning like whatever you're gonna write about, you think about it the day of, or are you planned out? Like, do you know what you're gonna write about days or weeks in advance, or no?
to be honest, that's what I like about what I do. It's always a surprise. Whether it's somebody hitting me up like I do this, or an editor is giving me an assignment, or I'm just simply finding something, like, once again, going back to that Instagram search bar.
Right.
I have no idea what I'm going to be writing, honestly. If I know what I'm writing 2 weeks in advance, I'm actually really surprised.
Wow.
Yeah. But it's all local news, all local entrepreneurs and artists and creatives, other podcasters. There's so many things in our community to feature.
That's incredible. What do you enjoy writing about the most?
I call them the people features. When somebody can just come to me and they're like, I'm an entrepreneur, I'm an artist, and we just sit down and talk about what they do, and I get their story out there. And to me, that's like rewarding. Like a guy who's like, hey, I don't have that many Instagram followers. I don't really have any media coverage. But
Right.
you kind of gave me that voice. I feel like those are the most rewarding stories.
That's incredible. Do you have a podcast or a YouTube channel?
Years ago, I had a YouTube channel. I did comic book vlogs. I was just a nerdy teenager, like, oh, I got some new comics. Let me show you the comics or whatever. And I kind of stopped that. But I was actually building momentum. And then, I don't know, it just got away from me. And it's funny you mentioned podcasting, actually. A little different from podcasting. But when I was at FAU, I was at the NPR station. It was called South Florida Journal. Mm-hmm. So I was doing like NPR, things like that. And then a website picked me up called Boca First.
Okay.
And they're like, yeah, we're hearing that podcast. And you want to do like a podcast for our website. And then we did 20 episodes. And, it's crazy because that last episode we did, it's going on 5 years now. But that last episode that we did was like the highest we got, like viewerships, everything.
Wow.
And then I'm like, we kind of pulled the plug at the worst time.
Yeah.
But I really wish I would have stuck with podcasting.
Just because what you do transfers really well over to podcasting and over to having your own channel. Because, I mean, half the battle in creating a YouTube episode is the writing.
Yeah.
Is having the script. Once you have that down packed, just get in front of the camera and read the script and you're done.
Of course, yeah. And to me, podcasting feels so natural. Like, to be brutally honest, this doesn't feel like a podcast, Ron. It feels like we're just two guys having a conversation.
Exactly, having a chit chat,
Yeah.
which is the beauty of it. What I love about podcasting is that, right? We get to sit here uninterrupted, no cell phones, having a conversation, two human beings. It's very rare to get that.
Yeah, and it's funny you mentioned cell phones because once a week, I actually put my cell phone away.
Okay.
Yeah, because honestly, and I'm sure you get this all the time, just working in media, our phones can blow up constantly.
Oh, all day.
All day. Emails, text. So there's one day out of the week. I just simply put the phone away and I enjoy life.
What day is that for you?
That's actually Thursday.
Okay.
And I just chose Thursday just because why not? It's before Friday. But, and that's the day I just go back to my roots. I'm like, let me just talk to people. Let me be that guy in the gym that doesn't have his phone. Let me be that guy at the bar that says, hey, what do you do? And I think that actually has gotten me so much work. Because people
Very
will
interesting.
people will say things like, oh, you're not on your phone. Or like, why? And I'll say, I just want to simply enjoy the moment. And then they'll say things like, yeah, let's follow up with each other. And then I'm that old school dude with like a notebook writing down their phone number. And I think that's actually a way to stand out. They remember you. And because they remember you, that's how it's like, hey, you're that media guy that I met who didn't have the phone. And then that's like a way, once again, just to get some business.
Conversation starter.
Exactly.
That's very creative. Yeah, I see that because everyone's on their phone. You pull out a notebook to write your phone number. Very, very unique. The other day, I was at a networking event, and this guy was handing out business cards. And I overheard this other guy making fun of him for handing out business cards.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
Almost like outdated dinosaur, but the guy got business out of it.
Yeah, it works.
Like, it still works.
Yeah. Well, let me guess. Let me ask you a question, though.
Yeah, of course.
When people have the QR code as their business card and it just simply saves your phone number to their phone or whatever,
Yeah.
doesn't that person kind of get lost and buried under all your names?
100%.
Especially if you don't remember their name within the first few minutes.
Exactly.
So that goes back to being memorable. And being memorable is, in my opinion, the new form of marketing.
Yeah. 100%. I think they said that it used to require 7 to 12 touch points for someone to buy from you and trust you and recognize you. Now it's close to 20, 25.
Yeah.
So as many points of contacts that you can have with the client, business card, whatever it may be, the point of contact, it's a way to be remembered.
Of course, and I'm old school too, man. I give out the business cards like candy. I have T-shirts with my websites on it. It's on the back right now. I have one with a big QR code on it. I know it might be tacky to some people, but if people are like, let me see your website, it's literally right there on the shirt.
Yeah. And what can we see on your website?
Oh boy, you can see like articles on local entrepreneurs and events that are happening. I do a lot of videos sometimes on the websites.
Nice.
On oursouthflorida.com, I cover West Palm and Miami, Los Olas Insider, Greater Fort Lauderdale. So many people. I just did someone who's a guest speaker named Anna, and she does guest speaking for Live to Lead in Pompano. So I just love stories. I did one this morning on the Museum of Graffiti.
Nice.
Yesterday on my other website, Our South Florida, a chef, she's a French kosher chef in Miami. So she's going to open a new restaurant, and there's honestly so many things in South Florida. It's never a boring place.
What's your goal with this? How can you connect all this so it can be profitable, be really profitable for you?
Right. Well, my goal obviously is to monetize more. That's the thing.
Yeah.
And I want it to be a media company that highlights the best of South Florida. When people think of South Florida, they think of all the stereotypes, the negatives.
Yes.
And I just want this to be an outlet where people can simply feel fun and fresh and have hope, honestly. And then obviously just read some news. That way it's like you're feeling informed, but also hopeful about your community. And obviously to monetize a little bit as well. But I really just want to make a new, fun, fresh outlet. As much as I love these local publications, there's no reason why Sun Sentinel can be the only major player in the game, or a Miami Herald. And plus, I'm always thinking of like that evolution, that next step. Why is it that it's 30 plus years later and there hasn't been that next Sun Sentinel or that next Miami Herald? It's like I want to see the future, and I think what I'm trying to do is build the next generation of a South Florida publication that can be a player in the game.
You should host events.
It's funny you mentioned that, because I'm just talking to someone about hosting events, and I'm not sure if you know South Florida Social.
I've heard of it.
Yeah, Big Mike, shout out to him, Mike Ruse. Yeah, we're talking about doing some events together, and I just simply want to bring people together, just have a good time, have a drink, and let's smile and have a good time, make a great video out of it.
Yeah.
And then I really am a believer of people buy into a feeling. So if you simply have a good time, a good feeling, that's what gets people to, come to your business and actually want to work with you, actually.
Yeah.
So it's
I can see it. Like you can create a whole Fort Lauderdale event, have local shops be sponsors, and they buy space, and you can just, do a big reintroduction. This is Fort Lauderdale. You know what I mean? It's not what you see on TV or what you see on the news. This is what it really is. This community, these people.
That's right. And I've seen it my whole life. Like, there really is a good sense of community here.
For sure. There really is. There really, really is.
Of course, yeah.
Yeah. I've been here 5 years. I'm not from here. I'm from New York. Grew up in Queens. I'm a COVID transplant. Came October 2020. And there's no going back for me.
Yeah, right, yeah.
I love Florida. I'm married. I have 2 kids. So I feel like it does not compare to New York. Like, Florida is so family-centric. You know what I mean? Like, in New York, I could get away with not going to kids' birthday parties because most dads don't go. In Florida, all dads go. And I look weird by not going.
Yeah.
It's so family-oriented, and I love it. I really do.
Oh, nice, yeah. And it's funny you mentioned you're from New York. My dad is from New York.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I've only been to New York maybe once. It was really cold in Buffalo. That's all I remember.
Oh, Buffalo's cold.
Yeah.
Buffalo is really, really cold.
Yeah, that's another reason to stay in Florida.
100%. Yeah. What do you love most about Florida and South Florida?
Well, other than the women,
Yeah.
I just really love the fact that there's so many cultures here. Because I've traveled to like different countries, different states, but the fact that I can walk down the street and meet like a really awesome Hispanic person, or I have some Persian friends, things like that, Indian friends. It's just so cultural here. So someone from New York even, or someone from New Orleans, or there's so many people here, and that's what I like. And I feel like to learn about other people and other backgrounds is like actually learning about yourself.
For sure.
So I kind of just love that. And we really don't get that anywhere else, because even my cousin, she lives in Mississippi. When she came here, she's like, wow, we don't really have this many people here. And I'm like, okay, so even you see it. And she's only, been here a couple months?
Right. What do you think is missing in this area?
What's missing? The sense of people I find really want to work together, but they don't know how. And that goes back to what I said about the phone. There's people where it's like they're all hustle and hard work, and they will say that online, but the moment you're like, hey, let's meet up in person, and you actually try to talk to that person,
Yeah.
they're as quiet as a church mouse. And it's like, I feel like other places are not like that. When I went to New York, they were not like that. When I went to, even just the other day, I was going to Orlando. They were not like that. So I don't know if it's like a fear of saying what they want here. And I feel like that is a thing with maybe younger people, 20s, 30s. They're afraid to say what they want. And you can't be afraid to say that.
No, you can't.
No.
You gotta be able to speak your voice.
Of course. And I don't know why that's so hard for at least younger people here, from what I've seen.
Very interesting. Do you know the account on Instagram? I think it's Made in Miami. Made in Miami.
Yeah, I do know.
Yeah. They threw a block party for 305 Day in Miami.
Okay.
They got together with a bunch of sponsors and they threw a huge block party. I can see you doing something like that.
I would actually love to do something like that. And I was even thinking, like, because I used to do events for Emerge Broward. So I'm like, if I'm doing events for other people, why not myself, you know?
Yeah. I can try to connect you with a friend of mine who was part of that, who organized that whole thing. That'd be really interesting. I can see that being done here in Fort Lauderdale.
I would love something like that. Just once again, bringing out those people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Having a crazy. They do it sometimes on Las Olas where they shut it down. They have the art. They have the art festival over there. A couple of car shows I've seen over there, which is cool.
Yeah, and they have the other car show. Have you been to Cars Under the Stars?
No, I have not.
Yeah, that's a good one too.
Where is that exactly?
That's at the Easton. Yeah, they just bring out all these fancy cars, and it looks like Too Fast, Too Furious. It's beautiful.
That's awesome. That's really cool. What would you tell someone about this area that they wouldn't know? Someone who's never been here, they've watched Bad Boys a few times, and that's their perception of this area. What would you say to them?
Like a surprise, like something that's surprising.
Something that can make them get an idea of what this place really is.
A place, honestly, Riverwalk. It's so peaceful there. And that's like one area where you can go, you can see so many people, you can literally just sit there. And I feel like you get a sense of what Florida is. You see the boats, you see the dogs, you see the restaurants, you see so much culture there.
Yeah.
And I feel like just sitting there, it's like, you don't even have to do anything. You can literally just sit there. And it's like, oh, so this is what Florida is. And I really felt like Riverwalk was a very underrated area. They even have a Riverwalk magazine.
Really?
I did some coverage for them a little bit, yeah.
That'd be a good idea for you, having your own magazine.
Yeah, and it's funny, you're like the 100th person to say that. And I really want to look into it this year. I think I can do something, because I do the websites, I've sold ads, and it's something I think I can do. But the one thing with magazines, everyone's saying print is dying. I don't think it's dying, because whenever I write someone and they're in print, you know what the first thing they say is, can you get me like 20 copies?
Yeah, of course.
So I'm like, oh, so you want it for a reason.
And you could also make it digital.
Of course, yeah. That's an
Right?
option too.
Have both of those.
Yeah, and I do want it to be like a fun magazine. Like maybe it's like a volume or it comes out quarterly. And remember when we were younger and we would get magazines and you would get like the fold-out poster, the crossword puzzle. It was something fun and informative. That's something I was kind of thinking about. But you know what? Honestly, since you mentioned it, I'm thinking it's time.
You should. You should, because you sell ad space.
Oh yeah, definitely.
You know, so tons of ad space, and you can have entrepreneurs buy article space. You know, front page, full page, half page.
Yeah, and that's kind of like how I monetize now, because
Right.
that's pretty much what it is.
So you really understand that world.
Honestly, it might be a sad thing to say. It's all I really know. Yeah, other than working in media, I'm like, I mean, I worked in PR for a little bit, but ties back to media.
Similar, yeah, very similar. Oh yeah, you got to do this.
I think I will.
South Florida Magazine. Was it only in South Florida? Is that what it is?
I would do our South
Florida. Yes, our South Florida.
Yeah, and also, I don't know if I told you, that was actually an old.
As a podcaster, I needed a place to share my voice and hear other stories. That's how Forge Studios was born. A place created not just for me, but for everyone searching for something more. An environment where as soon as you walk in, you feel the energy and you feel welcomed. Where being seen and heard is part of the experience. A place for entrepreneurs to share their journey, for creators to bring ideas to life, for businesses to grow authentically. A space that values mental health, encourages real conversations, and supports those who turns ideas into impact. Here at the Forge Studios, creativity, culture, and purpose aligns and comes together to help you create something greater. A place where we leave the filters behind and we start expressing ourselves for real. The Forge Studio. Your journey starts here. Your impact starts now.
Publication I used to write for. Yeah, so I feel like I'm all over the place.
And now you own it?
Yeah, I feel like I'm all over the place, so my bad. But
No, I love this. Yeah, it's great.
yeah, so Our South Florida was actually an old publication, and then I bought it from someone named Dimitri, who was the owner. Decided to retire, and I'm like, oh, so does that mean I'm like out of a job? And I was like thinking about it. I'm like, I don't know, like what could I do with it? And then I said, can I get this from you? And he's like, buy it from me. And I'm like, okay. And I saved up my little money and I bought it. And I'm like, if I'm gonna buy this thing, I'm gonna completely reboot it.
How much did you buy it for?
Honestly, not much. It was like $1,000. It was not
Okay.
bad. Not bad.
That's not too bad at all.
No. To own something,
Yes,
LLC included, no, not at all.
that's great.
But I decided to revamp it. I changed the logo. I changed the slogan. The old website was like on, like, you know how you have to click to read the digital magazines? It was just that. And I'm like, I wanted to change it. So I laid out a whole new website, worked with WordPress, worked with my friend. He helped me with like the logo. Shout out to Zach Williams, local artist. He's amazing. Helped me with the logo and everything. And I made the website. And I'm like, I've worked with so many websites before. I kind of know how this should look. And yeah, that's what we did. And I'm actually proud to say when we were doing Our South Florida, it was just Fort Lauderdale. But I'm like, let's expand to Miami and West Palm. And luckily, people from West Palm and Miami have been gravitating towards the site.
Man, I feel like you're sitting on a gold mine.
Okay, really?
I do. I feel like you're sitting on like a ticking time bomb that, like, if you connect the right wires, it's gonna explode in a good way.
Yeah, and you know, even when I was thinking about like making my own publication, starting my own thing, and I'm proud I started my own thing with the Los Olas one, I think a lot of entrepreneurs think to themselves, man, I got to start from 0 and go to 100. But what if you start at 50 and go to 100? You know, you don't always have to start at ground zero. You can start something and get something that's already established and just build off of that.
100%.
So that's what I kind of was thinking too. So that way it's like, I had this one that I started, and then I have another one where I'm like, okay, I'm already halfway there. What can I do next?
Let me give you an angle, okay? You probably have a lot of connections. If you can find a way to get exclusive rights to some exclusivities, like for example, a new restaurant is getting a new chef. Only you get that scoop, right? And you create a digital magazine where people are paying you every month to have access. And they can only get the scoop of what's happening in our South Florida at the best places through you.
I like that.
Gold mine. Because then you're creating a niche. You're creating a market where only you have the information.
I actually like that. Like that very exclusive feel, you know?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. You know who used to do that? It was Playboy.
Of course.
Yeah. And I actually really like that idea too.
And you can have several levels, several different packages, right?
Yeah.
One that gives you access to the general information, you know, the regular magazine, and one that gives you access to everything, but also the exclusives.
I know some YouTube channels do that too, and we were just talking about YouTube.
100%.
Yeah, that's actually a good
They
idea.
have Patreon, where they have their free channel, where they release the regular content. But if you want more exclusive content, behind the scenes, you know, other methodologies, you got to pay for it.
Yeah, it's a good idea.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. And one thing too is like, I keep talking about I need a team of people, and I do have like other writers, but like no one cares about your baby as much as you do. So that's why I'm always kind of hesitant to like collab with people or reach out to people like, hey, I need some help. But But you're giving me some ideas where I'm like, I might need to bring in some more people.
Yeah, for sure. Speaking of that, how do you feel about AI?
Okay, so when it comes to AI, because I got a lot of opinions on AI.
I bet.
Being a writer, I have two things. One, AI can write something for you, but it's going to keep it very basic.
Right.
They're not going to get into all the detail about your backstory and all of these things. They're not going to humanize the article. One person I know, I'm not going to say her name, she used AI for her story, and she's like, yeah, it talks about my business, but it was just bland as 2 o'clock on like a Thursday because she had no depth to it. So when I started talking to her and interviewing her, and she's like, yeah, I used to be like a yoga instructor. That's how I got into health. I do holistic stuff. And then I opened my business, and I'm like, everything you just told me is not in that AI article because you didn't actually know what to say about yourself. Sometimes you need that person, that another human connection to pull it out of you to get that story.
Right.
Think of it like a box of Wheaties. No one's eating Wheaties because Wheaties taste so good. They're horrible. They're selling you the story of the athlete on the cover. So now is that person's opportunity to have their story told and get people invested to buy what they're selling. So I think AI is pretty good, but it's not going to have that human connection and go into details with your story.
Do you think that's a now issue or an always issue? Will AI one day be able to have that human touch, that human input?
Only if you program it to.
Right.
But a lot of people surprisingly don't know what to say about themselves. My mom, I love her to death. She was doing the Voyage MIA thing, and she actually didn't know what to say about herself. So I had to kind of help her a little bit. But if you know what to say about yourself, then yeah, you might be able to get something really good out of AI. But I really think AI is, I don't want to say it's going to take over. I'm not like an AI doomer or anything.
Right.
But I do think in the future, could be sooner than later, I think I will be writing for AI. I think ChatGPT is going to start hiring a lot of people like Google, and then it's like we tell ChatGPT what to say.
Hold on, you're saying Google's currently doing that?
Yeah.
They're hiring writers?
Yeah.
Meaning to prompt the AI?
Yeah.
Got it, AI prompting, understood.
Yeah, I don't know.
That's a very lucrative job.
It is, yeah.
Extremely lucrative. Like knowing how to speak to AI is, my God, you can make $250,000 a year easy.
Of course, yeah. And if Google is doing it, actually, I take that back. I said it's coming. It's already here.
It's already here, yeah.
So I feel like ChatGPT is right around the corner. It's going to do the same thing. And I actually want to be on that train when it's happening.
So you want a prompt for AI?
If the income is there, if the opportunity is there, if, God forbid, media is going a different direction, I would be totally open to it.
Very interesting. Yeah, that's a brave, bold new world, you know?
Yeah, I'm not going to say it's like Terminator or Blade Runner or anything.
Not
crazy
yet.
Like that.
No, maybe one day.
Well, which one of us is John Connor?
I have to find out. I don't know. Has he come back? Has she come back from the future yet? What's her name? Sarah Connor?
Yeah.
Sarah Connor.
Yeah, but I'm not like an AI doomer or anything. And yeah, I'm actually one of those people, I'm willing to give it a chance. But the thing is, I kind of can tell when people are using it. Like her article was full of M dashes and just missing stuff. And I'm like, I know what you're doing.
I think it's really lazy to just use AI and not add your human touch to it.
So many people do that. Even just simply, someone sent me a text message. I was going back and forth with a girl, and I'm like, you're using ChatGPT. It's so obvious. I'm like, you can't even like add your own personality into it. Like, to me, that is like just lazy, like you're so saying. Like,
That's crazy how you could pick that up.
yeah. Like, there's no reason a text message needs all these M dashes and just, it was flat. Like, I'm like, I know this isn't you speaking. Something was off, yeah.
Very interesting. Where do you see AI in 5 years?
Oh, 5 years, I think it's going to be making movies. You know, just going back when we were talking about Batman and Superman, I think we're going to get to a point when we go to Netflix, it's going to be like, here's the human movie, here's the AI movie. Because they're already using AI for music videos and stuff like that.
Wow.
Yeah.
Here's the human movie, here's the AI-made movie.
Yeah, the Wu-Tang Clan, they put out a music video for, I think, their song Mandingo, which recently came out, and it's all AI in the music video.
Is that what I saw? I think I saw a reel of someone playing something to Method Man in a massive boombox. Was it an AI song?
AI. I'm not sure about the song, but I know their last music video.
Oh, the video, not the song itself.
Not the song itself, the video.
Understood.
Yeah. And I'm like, if that's the case, I'm like, yeah, bring on the AI movies. And I think it'll be a crazy world, honestly, when AI starts like making movies and things like that.
That's crazy.
And how do you think they're gonna, like, I guess, monetize the humans? Like, it's gonna be like,
You have to license their rights,
yeah, it's gonna be so weird.
you know?
Yeah, I can't even get that. Like
Like
yeah.
they'll probably pay like The Rock, right? They'll digitize him,
Yeah, that's gonna be insane.
you know? They'll make him, they'll take his likeness, they'll take his voice, they'll take his persona, his attitude, digitize it, and make it into an AI bot.
Yeah, it's gonna be a crazy world, and I
And
just
have it
feel
do
like,
whatever the hell they want.
yeah, I just feel like, and people are also gonna, I think, tell AI the type of movies they want. So if you're like, man, I want to see a live action Robert Pattinson the Batman with the Ninja Turtles set in the 1980s, and then like for some reason it's gonna make it for you, and then you watch it like a real movie.
That's fucking wild.
Yeah,
That's wild.
I could easily see that in
When
5
we
years.
get there, where you can get to Netflix and just say, hey, I want to watch a movie with Batman, the Ninja Turtle. What did you say? Batman, Ninja Turtles, and what?
Like set in the 80s,
Set in the Man,
that's a game changer.
that's going to be fucking wild.
Yeah, and it's kind of already here. It's just, yeah. Remember when the
Wow.
fingers were an issue with AI?
Yeah.
We're already past that now, so we're almost there. It's gonna be a wild world.
Are you big on it? Like, do you use it often? Do you talk to it often? How often are you using AI in your life currently?
I use it to check grammar because my
Okay.
grammar needs work, and then I will ask ChatGPT like, "Hey, I'll copy and paste my article that I did in Word, and I'm like, review this. Like, give me a rating, and it'll say like, this is an 8 out of 10. Here's how to make it better. You got a sentence fragment here. So I think it's great for that, but I still use that other one, Grammarly.
Grammarly is great. I love Grammarly.
Yeah, and Grammarly to me is actually better than
It is.
ChatGPT.
I agree. It's more niche down. It's more focused.
It is, yeah.
Yeah.
And it actually understands writing a little bit better.
Yeah. But I think GPTs are changing that. You know what that is?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're really changing that. The fact that you can now upload your own data and make your own specific version of ChatGPT that's catered to you,
Yeah.
that's changing everything.
Yeah, my dad is using that right now.
What did your dad do?
My dad actually is retired right now. He's one of these people, he's retired, he's not retired. He loves working, but he's always done security work. At one point, he was working like Homeland Security. He was security at Waffle House, security at Foot Locker. So he was always just like this bulky guy and going off to do security. And yeah, he lived in New York, came to Miami, and he's like, yeah, I'm not going back.
That's awesome. Are you an only child?
Yes, I am actually, yeah.
How old are you?
I'm 31.
Okay. When did you fall in love with Superman? Tell me about that.
Well, goes back to my dad, actually. Man, when I was in elementary school, my dad showed me a huge box of comic books. And he's like, yeah, you like writing and all of that stuff. You know, you might want to check these out. And I'm like, wow, I really like these. And the ones that he had were Superman. And I'm like, yeah, I was reading it. And I'm like, I love the characters. I love the morals. And then one day we went to Miami SuperCon. It was in Miami. And he was like, yeah, you got a necklace on. And there was a guy there selling a whole bunch of superhero pendants. And he's like, yeah, you got a necklace with no pendant on it. Like, just choose one. And I was like, yeah, I want that one, Daddy. I want that one. And he's like, yeah, you got it. And he put it on me that day. And he's like, much cooler. And I was like, okay, and this is kind of cool. And I wore it to school one day. And I'm like, years and years later, I'm like, I still wear it. It reminds me of my dad. It reminds me of how I fell in love with writing. Superman was also a journalist. So I'm like, it all comes full circle. And honestly, when I don't wear it,
I love how you connected the fact that you're a writer and Clark Kent was a writer. I love that.
yeah, and it wasn't even meant to be like that. It was almost like,
No, it was
fate.
definitely meant to be that way. It's definitely how it's supposed to crumble.
Okay, yeah, but yeah, and I saw the new movie twice. I love it.
I haven't seen it.
Really? Okay. Did you see Man of Steel?
I did.
All right, what did you think about it? 'Cause
I
loved
saw Man of Steel. I saw it in theaters when
Yeah.
it came out, 2013. Was
Yeah.
it 2013? Yeah. I loved it.
it. Me too. I love that
I
suit.
loved it. I love how gritty it was. And I think my favorite part was most people's least favorite part when he snapped his neck.
Yeah.
That was my favorite part.
I'm like, it's different from Superman, but it establishes why he doesn't kill later on.
Correct.
Yeah. So it's like if people would have given it a chance, yeah. And I love that movie so much. I remember seeing it in theaters, opening day, and back then they used to have the posters. Remember the posters
Yes.
to promote the movies? And I said, I'm a huge Superman fan. Can I please get the poster out of the thing? And I don't know what the guy was thinking, but he actually gave it to me.
That's awesome.
Yeah. And my goal at the time was I wanted to meet Henry Cavill because he lived in Fort Lauderdale.
Really? I didn't know that.
Yeah, if you Google, but one of my friends, she met Henry Cavill. If you Google Henry Cavill, Fort Lauderdale, you can see his house. You can see him at American Social, all these places.
Very cool.
Yeah, he used to live here. And I'm like, I really want him to sign this thing one day, and I never met him.
One day.
One day, yeah.
One day for sure.
Yeah.
So tell me, how does the new movie compare?
Oh boy, well, if I called it fast food Superman, and that's not an insult to the movie or anything like that.
Fast food Superman. Okay, break that down, please.
All right, so like fast food, it's comfort, meaning you like it, but you know there's better out there. So it's comfort, meaning it's the Superman you already know and that you've witnessed and that's already established, that's already been sold to you,
Right.
but it's still good. Think of it that way. I like Man of Steel more because it was trying to do something different with the character that we love, but this is going back to the basics. But I still love the movie. I saw it twice, and I actually bought like the little Superman plush pillow. They were selling at Regal Theater. So I really enjoyed the movie, and it's a good feel-good movie, but to me, Man of Steel is still the winner.
I agree. Why do you think they never made a Man of Steel 2?
Honestly, it was people. I think the internet was just bullying, honestly, like Henry Cavill, and they're like, we don't like the Superman. And just at the time, Zack Snyder was going through some personal stuff. And I just think that's why. But I was really, really hoping we would have gotten Man of Steel 2 and maybe like that Justice League. That I saw the 4-hour version of Justice League.
So did I. I've seen it about 9 or 10 times.
I love that movie.
Love that movie.
Yeah, way better than the one that came out in theaters.
Oh, way better.
Yeah, I just think
the Snyder version was so much better.
yeah, I think Zack Snyder should have finished his vision.
I agree. And I also think that the extended version of Batman v Superman is
better.
much better.
It is.
Much, much better.
Yeah,
I love that movie.
they gave us the best Batman.
I agree.
Yeah.
I love Batfleck.
Batfleck, yeah.
I love Batfleck.
No, that to me that was the most comic book accurate Batman, and
I
it
agree.
looked great.
I agree.
But
He was gritty as fuck.
yeah, and that's what I miss. All these
Killed
like,
everybody.
He did. Yeah, all these DC movies are no, even Marvel. I'm like they're all starting to look the same, and that's something that
Yes.
makes me a little sad. That was back when DC was like trying to separate themselves. Like we're going to be different.
Well, no, now they hired the director who made the silliest Marvel movies.
Yeah, they all blend. They all look the same.
Yes.
That's why I think with Superman, it looks like a Marvel movie.
Correct.
And-
The second Suicide Squad movie that he did, James Gunn, felt so Marvel-ish.
It did.
That's why it did so well
Yeah, it did.
in comparison to the first one.
Yeah, but I just feel like the days are gone of like the Dark Knight and Spider-Man 2 and Man of Steel. Like we're not gonna get those for a long time.
What do you think of The Batman?
Oh, that's an amazing movie. I love the Riddler.
Me
I
too.
could talk about this stuff all day.
Same.
The way they made him like Jigsaw from the Saw movies.
Wasn't that so fucking cool?
It was.
It was so cool.
Yeah, and then I even watched the Penguin series.
Me too.
Yeah.
That was incredible.
It won awards.
Yes,
That's
it
how
was
good
incredible. He's
Yeah.
such a good actor, Colin Farrell.
Yeah, and you know they said the Batman is going to be separate from like James Gunn stuff.
Thank
obviously.
God.
Yeah, they don't.
Thank God.
Yeah, the director Matt Reeves of the Batman, he's like, I don't want to be involved with your universe.
No, it's two completely different universes.
Yeah,
Like, I feel like this Superman almost feels a little, I don't want to say cheesy, but very colorful.
it's colorful and some parts are a little cheesy and a lot of comedy.
Yeah.
So be prepared for that when you see it.
I heard that it's a Superman for Gen Z.
It is, yeah, and yeah, but I thought this Lex Luthor though was a little bit better than Jesse Eisenberg.
As a podcaster, I needed a place to share my voice and hear other stories. That's how Forge Studios was born, a place created not just for me, but for everyone searching for something more. An environment where as soon as you walk in, you feel the energy and you feel welcomed. Where being seen and heard is part of the experience. A place for entrepreneurs to share their journey, for creators to bring ideas to life, for businesses to grow authentically. A space that values mental health, encourages real conversations, and supports those who turns ideas into impact. Here at the Forge Studios, creativity, culture, and purpose aligns and comes together to help you create something greater. A place where we leave the filters behind and we start expressing ourselves for real. The Forge Studio. Your journey starts here. Your impact starts now.
But he wasn't Lex Luthor to me. To me, Lex Luthor is calm. He has that mean demeanor, like he's very calm, almost like you don't know how to read the guy. This one, he's like yelling, he's throwing stuff across the room. He's talking about like social media hate, and I'm like, this isn't Lex Luthor to me though.
Do you know what sucks? I feel like they've never been able to recreate the Lex Luthor from the animated show.
No, not at
That
all.
to me is Lex Luthor. That's the best Lex Luthor.
Yeah, and I remember one time talking with my friends, like they were like, man, if you were to do a Superman movie, who would you cast? And this actor is gone, may he rest in peace. The actor from John Wick, the guy who would always check him at the hotel.
The black guy.
Yeah,
Yes, he passed away?
he did, yeah.
Really?
I always thought he would have been an amazing Lex Luthor.
That would have been awesome.
Yeah, because he has the suit, the demeanor, the deep voice.
Yes.
And I'm like, yeah,
That would have been super cool.
yeah. But never happened. But
Where are
Nicholas
they
Hoult was
going
good.
with this world?
The James Gunn one?
Where are they going with this? What are they doing?
Well, they did say they're going to do Batman eventually.
Right, the Brave and the Bold?
Yeah. And the
What's
next
that
one,
going to be like?
I'm sure lots of comedy.
Man.
Yeah.
And I think he's going to bring back the blue and yellow.
He did say that, yeah. And they're also doing Superman.
I don't like that. I'm not a fan of the blue and yellow.
No.
I like the all black Batman.
Yeah.
You're a bat. There's no blue and yellow in a bat.
But it goes once again to his cartoony universe.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct.
And I could be wrong, but I think they are going to tie it to James Gunn's universe. Zack Snyder. I think Henry Cavill might be Bizarro. If they were to do Bizarro.
In the next Superman movie?
yeah, Superman or Supergirl, I think that's what's going to happen. I could be just wishful thinking.
God, I hope not.
Really? You hope not?
Yes. I think that would be a stain in the Zack Snyder verse. If you take his Superman and make him Bizarro, that's fucked up. Didn't they kind of do that already though in this movie? Wasn't Ultraman
is in it, yeah.
Wasn't he a copy of the current Superman?
Yeah, that's exactly what they
It
did.
was a clone, right? So basically they already did it.
Yeah, but there's something in the movie, I don't want to spoil it, where something happens.
The movie's out. Spoil it. Go for it.
All right, well, yeah, Bizarro goes in like a black hole, and I'm like, oh, what if he comes back?
Got it.
Bizarro, or something happens. I did think that when I saw the movie originally.
What did you think of Henry Cavill as Wolverine?
Oh, and the Deadpool thing?
Yes.
That was hilarious. And when I saw that in the theater, I literally was like, I jumped up and I was like, oh shit, Dad, did you see
Do you think
that?
that's possible? Could he be the next Wolverine?
No. I
No.
don't think so.
You think it's going to be, what's his face? Forever.
Hugh Jackman?
Hugh Jackman.
I think Hugh Jackman is, like Deadpool said, he's going to be doing this for years, man. I really do. And I don't think he's going to go away anytime soon. It's been 25 years. Can you believe that?
That's
He's been
crazy.
that character, yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah. It was originally supposed to be Russell Crowe.
Yes.
Yeah.
But he was shooting Gladiator.
Yeah.
And it was a conflict. I remember that.
Yeah, but I think at least up until the next Avengers movie. And then after that, it's like maybe you can hold off on it.
What's Marvel doing?
I don't think Marvel even knows what they're doing. Yeah, because Thunderbolts, I liked it. Fantastic Four was all right.
I haven't seen it yet either. I saw Thunderbolts. I haven't seen Fantastic Four yet.
Galactus is amazing in the movie, and the visuals are great. But the actual Fantastic Four, they're missing that depth that make them the characters of who they actually are from not only the previous movies but the comics even. Like Johnny Storm is not like the wisecracking ladies man and things like that. So I was kind of missing that aspect.
Got it.
But it's still a good movie. I don't even know what the next Marvel movie is actually.
Spider-Man.
But yeah, but it's like
Next year.
They're just throwing shit up against the wall.
Yeah. It's Spider-Man, and then it's Avengers Doomsday.
Yeah, and you know it's funny with Doomsday, they're like, yeah, Kang was never meant to be like the ultimate villain, and I'm like, they're lying.
They're bullshit lying.
And I'm like, don't lie to people like that.
They really fucked that up.
Yeah. And you know, speaking of Fantastic Four, Michael Chiklis, the actor who played the Thing, I met him in Fort Lauderdale.
Nice.
Yeah, at Savor Cinema. I was writing an article, and they're like, yeah, we're just talk about the movie. It was like a movie review, and he actually showed up for his own movie review. And I'm like, yeah, you're the Thing, and he was so happy, and I'm like, yeah, can I get a picture with you? And I'm like, right here in Fort Lauderdale, like celebrities are coming out. That was so cool.
That's awesome. What's happening with Doom? Why do you think they brought back Robert Downey?
Well, for two reasons. One, that's Marvel admitting, at least in my opinion, they're admitting, we're not what we used to be. So here's some nostalgia your way. I hated that Comic-Con announcement.
Here's what works. Here's where we know that worked for us, right?
Yeah. And two, that is from the comics where like he becomes, like in an alternate universe, Tony Stark is Doctor Doom as far as looks go.
Really?
Yeah, that is from a comic series, yeah.
What comics? I don't recall that.
This is from like 2008.
Wait, so there's a comic series where Doom and Iron Man are the same person?
Yeah, it's like one of those what if comics or like something like that.
Got it.
But so they're only doing it, I think they're really doing it for nostalgia. And I think he's not going to be the real Doctor Doom. I think he's going to be like a clone or from this universe, but the real Doctor Doom is going to be like someone else, I think.
So go into it. What do you think that whole storyline is going to be?
Yeah, I think they're going to see, I think Spider-Man is going to see Tony Stark. He's going to see Doctor Doom. And he's going to be like, Tony, like Iron Man, Mr. Stark, what are you doing? And then Doom is like, who the hell are you talking about? I don't know who you are. And then it's going to throw them off. And all these people from these different universes are going to come. X-Men from the 2000s, Spider-Man, Thunderbolts, and they're going to fight this Doctor Doom. But at the end credits, they're going to be like, this is the Doom from another universe. And there's a real threat. And that threat is going to be like the real Doctor Doom in our universe. And that's going to lead to, once again, another phase in Marvel where they have to go up against the real Doctor Doom of our universe.
How do you think Galactus fits into this?
It's funny you mentioned Galactus. I don't want to spoil Fantastic Four, but after this, I'm like, I don't think they're going to do anything with him.
Why?
Well, not to spoil it. He doesn't die or anything, but I'm like, I think Marvel just has no plans whatsoever. It's like he's in the movie, and you would think the end credits.
They put him, what, like in a void, right? They put him in a black hole or something like that?
And then I'm like, okay, I waited till the end credits. Like, they're going to reference, like, Galactus. It didn't happen.
No.
And I'm like, Marvel, as much as I love you, what are you guys doing?
Very interesting. I think comic books. I think it's the dishwasher.
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay.
It is. It's not. That's why.
Oh, is that why it's beeping?
Yeah.
Can we close it? There we go. Yeah, so I think comic books are really important for a lot of children. I know for me growing up, it was a great thing that I had in my life. I grew up in Queens, New York, and I recall I was so lucky. Literally a block away from where I lived, there was a comic book store.
Really? Okay.
And I used to go there every day after school and buy a comic.
Really? I'm kind of the same way. I went to Piper High School,
Yep.
and I used to walk, and I'm like, not far is Tate's Comics.
I was a huge Spider-Man and Batman fan. That's all I used to buy. Batman, Spider-Man.
You going to get a Spider-Man tattoo next?
Soon, it's coming. I have space here. It's coming.
Okay, nice.
Yes. Huge Spider-Man and Batman fan. And that really got me through a lot. You know? Really got me through a lot. Helped me learn English. Because I immigrated here. So yeah, I think it was like it was a good way to get me to read also.
Right, yeah.
You know? It was really good.
Yeah, I'm the same way. Like, because people used to like clown on me for like reading comics. It's not educational, and I would show them literal examples. No, you can learn morals. You can learn about never giving up.
For sure.
All of these things. It helps you to learn a new language. Like
Right.
It helps you.
Yeah.
I used to do literacy for like kids at the Lauderhill Library, and it was like just talking to kids about the importance of reading and things like that. And guess what? Some of the kids would always pull out comics.
Yes.
They were just drawn to it, and I would ask them like, "Hey, why are you choosing that?" They're like, "We like the colors," and they would actually know their stuff. They're like, "Yeah, we love the characters. I can relate to them.
Yes.
All of these things." And we even talk about the movies, and when you talk to them about that stuff, they're so full of energy.
Yes.
But if you ask them to read something they don't want to read,
It's boring.
it's boring. Yeah. And I'm like, wouldn't you rather your kid read something they actually enjoy and find the joy in reading,
Right.
versus something they're forced to read?
Because of that, I bought my son a comic book Bible.
Okay.
Very interesting. It's the entire Bible in comic book format, telling you the whole story.
Really? Okay.
Yeah. A lot easier to digest, a lot easier to wrap your head around. You know what I mean? Great way to learn. Great way to
Definitely.
introduce an idea to a kid.
Yeah. One of my favorite comic books of all time is Superman, The Death of Superman from the 90s. I love that story because, Doomsday literally killed Superman.
Yeah.
But when you really look past that and the violence and all of these things, no, it's about never giving up. You can come back stronger than ever.
Yes.
And I'm like, honestly, when I'm down or a little sad or upset, I'm like, that's a graphic novel I always pick up. And if I can read this in an hour and I feel like I can rule the world again, I'm like, I did something good.
One of my favorites was The Killing Joker. The Killing Joker. Yeah.
So good. One of my favorites, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like that's what they were trying to replicate. The Killing Joke and like the way the Joker looked. Remember that
Yes.
actor in Suicide Squad?
Yes.
What's his name? Jared. Jared Leto. Yeah, they were trying to, I think, go for that. When they see, or even in the Batman versus Superman, when he sees Robin's suit,
Yes.
I'm like, that's from the,
Correct.
Yeah.
Exactly.
yeah.
100%.
So there were good references, and man, I could talk about those movies all
I
day.
would have loved to see that play out.
Yeah.
If the Snyder World kept going,
Yeah.
make a prequel, right, to saying how Robin died, that would
Yeah.
have been incredible.
Yeah, definitely. And I even think like Jared Leto kind of was a good Joker in a bad movie.
I think his best iteration of the Joker was in the Justice League's Snyderverse movie.
Yeah.
That end world scene with Batman as a cowboy and Joker, and I think that was the best Joker.
Yeah, when he had the long hair. Like to me,
Yes.
he felt like the Joker.
Yes.
But I feel like he was just doing what he was told. The director told him to look a certain way, act a certain way. But if he would have been like,
He's more of a gangster Joker.
yeah, like a Cholo Joker.
Exactly.
But like, I feel like under Zack Snyder, he did great. So that's what I'm saying. Like, I think it was just he was doing what he was told, like anybody. If you're getting paid for a job,
Ever heard of a store called B&H in Manhattan?
No, I
It's like a
haven't.
big ass Best Buy. It's a single store. Okay, it's owned by a bunch of Jews, and it's the #1 photo camera store in the world. Really, it really is. Anyway, I used to work there. I worked there while The Dark Knight was being shot.
wow, okay.
That long ago, like 06? Some
08.
shit like 08. 08, yes. Who walks in?
Are you saying Christian Bale walks in?
Heath Ledger
Heath Ledger. Wow.
in full Joker character. Not the suit or the paint, but he was the Joker walked in. It wasn't Heath Ledger.
Those mannerisms and everything?
Everything.
Really? Okay.
And I was helping him because I was the first one. My kiosk was right as you walked in the store. So I had I wasn't helping anyone. So he came in. I was like, oh, you're mine. I knew he was.
Yeah.
And I quickly grabbed him and helped him. I sold him a couple stuff, sold him a camera, a couple of microphones and things of that nature. But man, I met the Joker.
That's an amazing story. Oh my
Yes.
God. He's still the best Joker.
The best.
Yeah. No one's going to touch that for a
He's
long time.
better than Jack.
Nicholson?
He's better than Jack, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I that's my favorite Joker of all time.
I agree. And it was crazy because he passed away maybe 6 months after that.
Yeah. That's insane. And you know what's
Yeah.
interesting with The Dark Knight? That wasn't supposed to be the original ending to the movie.
Really?
Yeah, they wanted it to be where the Joker comes back and all of that, but once he passed, they're like, yeah, we gotta like
End
find
it.
a new- Yeah, find a new- everything. And even Christopher Nolan said that scene in The Dark Knight Rises when Scarecrow was in the court,
Yes.
that was actually meant for Heath Ledger. But either way, Christopher Nolan made a masterpiece, and
Masterpiece.
yeah, and that's what I'm saying. That we're not going to get movies like that for a long time.
No. That's by far, forget like best comic book movie. It's one of the best movies.
Movies, yeah. And
It's
that
incredible.
was like, let's take this character that people love, but see what we can do in the real world and actually make a good film overall. And I'm sorry, but I don't think James Gunn is going to do that for a
No,
long time.
no.
If ever.
The Batman comes close.
Yeah, and there are some aspects
Comes
of the
close.
Batman that I actually like more than the Dark
I
Knight.
agree.
The way the tone and like the way Gotham City is.
Yes, I agree.
Yeah, that's
It's so Gotham.
that's Gotham.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The Dark Knight, it's like Chicago.
yeah, that's pretty much where they filmed it.
Yeah, it's Chicago. Yeah. What I hate about The Dark, and I cannot get over it every time I see it, is Christian Bale's voice as Batman.
Oh yeah,
Man, I can't get over it. That raspy, I'm Batman. Like, bro, you are Batman. Give me a fake voice. Give me a microphone. Give me something. Give me a voice alteration. Instead of you just, I'm Batman.
right. But like I don't know. I never knew if that was him acting that way, or if the suit was like choking his throat or something.
Probably both.
Yeah, but that voice, yeah. I'm like,
I wish that could have been different. Other than that, it's a masterpiece of a movie. It
yeah,
really
I get
is.
what he was trying to go for, but I'm like, it's too much.
Yes.
It's like a little too try hard.
Yes, I agree.
Still, I love that movie too. It's an amazing movie.
Me too. Great movie. But you know what? I think today, if I had to pick which movie to watch, I'm picking The Batman.
Yeah, that's a tough one, man.
If I had to pick one to watch right now, I'm watching The Batman.
That's a tough one.
I think it's a much better movie. Personally, I love The Dark Knight.
You're right for that.
I think it's a better movie.
It's a better movie, but The Dark Knight is a better made film.
Correct.
Yeah, you're
That's
right for that.
correct.
Yeah, actually, I would
correct.
go with that. Yeah.
Yeah.
So if I want to watch a real good movie,
Yeah. Yeah.
Batman.
But Dark Knight is like cinematic masterpiece, right? Like
Yeah.
a cinematography perfected.
Yeah.
You know? Wow. I
Actually,
love this conversation.
yeah, me too. I like I said, it doesn't even feel like a podcast. Honestly.
Yeah.
It's like just we're hanging out talking.
Shooting shit. It's
Yeah,
great.
And this is what I do. Like when I interview people for like my articles and stuff, I never use the word interviews. I'm like, let's have a conversation. Because the word interviews scares people off and they feel like they have to put on this phony as a football bat persona. And I'm like, just be yourself. You know?
What if you were to do a twofold, right? You do a interview and you turn on a camera and you record that interview. And now you have the written piece and you have the video portion.
Right. And I'm glad you mentioned that because one thing when I first started this, it was just the articles. But everything is like so visual
yeah.
nowadays. And I think of it like evolution. It's like the world will move on without you or you can fall behind.
Correct.
And I don't want to fall behind. So one thing that I started doing with like some of these articles is, yeah, I started doing like some videos and things like that. But those videos sometimes surprisingly do better than the articles.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
There are more eyeballs on videos than articles. It's a lot easier someone to push play and watch a video than to read a whole article.
Yeah. And I'm surprised. Even Sun Sentinel now does that, you know, where they will read the articles to you. You just click the button. And I'm like, okay, I actually really like this.
Yeah.
But yeah, I do think things are way more visual now. I don't even think it, I know it.
For sure.
You know, you mentioning that and just simply turning the camera on, that's something I want to consider one day. Because like even if I'm at a bar, I did it one time. I was just interviewing this guy at a bar. And I'm like, this is kind of cool. Like just have two guys talking at a bar.
As a podcaster, I needed a place to share my voice and hear other stories. That's how Forge Studios was born. A place created not just for me, but for everyone searching for something more. An environment where as soon as you walk in, You feel the energy and you feel welcomed. Where being seen and heard is part of the experience. A place for entrepreneurs to share their journey, for creators to bring ideas to life, for businesses to grow authentically. A space that values mental health, encourages real conversations, and supports those who turns ideas into impact. Here at the Forge Studios, creativity, culture, and purpose aligns and comes together to help you create something greater. A place where we leave the filters behind and we start expressing ourselves for real. The Forge Studio. Your journey starts here. Your impact starts now.
And it's like you can either read it or you can watch it.
Right. Get two microphones, or if you want, you come to the studio. You could do it here. Change this whole thing up for you. Put your logo. You know?
I would totally be down for that. And surprisingly, like me even just like talking to people, they will ask me. I'm like, yeah, I do the articles, I do this, I do that, and then they're like, well, do you do a podcast? And I'm like, no, but I got some videos if you want and things like that. But it's like, man,
You are now going to say yes.
going to say yes.
Whenever they ask you, yes,
Yes.
we can do a podcast. You grab your cell phone, you grab a tripod, or you give me a call, you come over here, and we'll do it, and we'll record it.
I'm totally down for that.
Yeah, man,
I
let's
would
do
love
it.
to collab. I'll even throw some names out there real quick. Like, what about like Listen Up Los Olas or like Let's Talk South Florida? Like, I can come up with some good names.
That's
Make sure
awesome.
they're not taken, things like that.
That'll be incredible.
Yeah, man. And I love your studio. I know I keep saying that, but this.
Thank
I've
you,
done
man. No,
podcasts
say it as many
before.
times as you want.
Yeah,
I
I've done
appreciate that.
podcasts, and they feel like very like studio and like
Yes.
a little flat. But this feels like home. Like I feel like I'm in a house. Like
Feels cozy, right?
yeah,
I agree. The high ceilings help. Most studios are very low ceilings.
you're right for that actually.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm a big guy. I wanted to have high ceilings. I don't want to feel claustrophobic in here, you know?
Yeah, and one thing, just going back to what you're saying with podcasting, I feel like with podcasting, Boca is like an untouched area. So a lot of people that I've worked with, like for articles, they're like, yeah, we get articles written on us up here, but there's no podcast up here. And I'm like, really? I always thought that would be like an interesting thing
Hey,
to
you
tap
send
into.
them my way.
Okay.
Tell them I know a guy. You send them my way.
Yeah, because they're like looking for podcast
I'll take
studios
care
out
of them.
there.
They could rent the studio. This could be rented.
Oh, really? Cool. Okay.
Yeah.
But I will consider that.
Yeah, please.
But yeah, so many people are in Boca are like, there are no podcasts up here. And I'm like, really? I never thought about that. It's like an untouched area, and I don't know why.
Yeah, there's one studio that I know of in Boca, but that's really much it.
But the thing, that's only one.
Correct.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. I will send them your way.
Thank you, brother. Man, great conversation. I really appreciate you taking your time to come here today.
No, of course. Yeah, I love conversations. Part of what I do is conversations.
Yeah,
Like
and you're good at
conversations.
it.
Yeah, and hearing stories. Yeah.
Listen, keep doing what you do. I would suggest that you take some risks, try different things out, add a camera, get video going, create a podcast, create a YouTube channel. You're going to blow up.
Go up. All right. I'm going to try it, Like I said earlier, it's about evolution,
100%. If I can help you in any way, please let me know.
Definitely. Yeah, we're connected now.
Incredible, bro. Do me a favor. Look at that camera. Let everyone know where they can find you.
Yeah, so you can find me on my personal Instagram at Nile_Fortner. And on that page, you can be redirected to our South Florida. That's on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. And also Los Olas Insider as well, which is on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. And those go to the website as well.
Appreciate you, bro.
Definitely.
Thanks for coming. Can't wait to see what you do next. Let's get you influencing. You know what I mean? Let's get the word out that you are the person to go to get all the exclusives for South Florida.
Definitely. And I'm looking to connect with you guys and grow with you guys as well.
Beautiful, man. Appreciate you.
Definitely. Thank you.
Guys, like, subscribe, hit that bell notification, and we'll see you guys next time.